This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Hello everyone, this is Tim, bringing you another KTaNE tutorial today. This time we are looking at Wander. Wander is a colorful maze module. I think it's very cool. Alright, so I've shifted back into my EFM format. Sorry, I forgot to do that. All of the mazes that you see here are hiding 16 stars. If we look over here, so there's 16 stars behind the maze here. You can't see them. And the maze walls are going to disappear in a minute. And the stars will appear. So let me walk you through what's going on here. The goal of this module is to move these 16 stars. So it's a bit like Baba Is You. A couple of friends of mine and I agree that this is a very much like Baba Is You setup. If you play that game, it's like empty is star, star is you, and wall is defeat. So the stars will all move at the same time, and when they run into the walls, they will get destroyed, and that includes the walls that are around the edge, too. So your goal is to reduce the number of stars down to 1 by moving the stars until they run into, walls such that they're reduced to exactly 1 star. If you get rid of all the stars by accident, you strike, and then you can strike other ways too. I'll get to that. So this is the interactive. A lot of people will like to prefer this because it's easier than writing it down on paper, especially because there are transformations that apply to the maze depending on what color it is. So the gray one has no transformation. You can just copy this down on paper and work out how the stars will be destroyed depending on which moves you make. But for the other colors, the maze will be transformed. It will be flipped or rotated or both. So let's start with a gray one. It's the easiest one. And so what we'll do is copy down the maze. If you want to do it on paper, go for it, but I'm going to use this. So I'm pressing my keys on my keyboard. You could also use the arrows over here, but the arrow keys on your keyboard are supported for this interactive. Okay, nope, missed one right there. Okay, so that's all the walls of the maze. And for the gray one, we don't need to apply any transformations. So what you need to do is find a way to destroy all but 1 of the stars. You got to reduce them to exactly 1. So the way that you do that is just by moving all of the stars at once. So we'll go into solve mode here. I'm going to save this state so we can come back to it. So if you were to move to the left, all of the stars that are in this column, column A, will be destroyed because they'll all run into this left wall. Everybody will shift over, and anybody who's currently on the right, like immediately to the right of a wall, will be destroyed. Interactive in this mode doesn't do that for you, but it will destroy the walls on the left side, like the one that run into the very edges of the maze for you. So now all you have to do is manually cross out the ones that are now immediately to the left of a wall because those couldn't have possibly survived the move when I went left. So all the ones that are immediately to the left of a wall, this one, you can see all the ones that were, immediately left of a wall would have been destroyed in that move because the one that was here started out here and couldn't have passed through this wall, so this one's going to be empty. If you'd like to sanity check yourself, go ahead and save after every move, and then you can manipulate all the stars by going left and right and seeing, none of these would have been destroyed by moving left. So they all started out here. None of these would have been destroyed by going left. You can see there's no walls to the left of them, so they would have been fine. So let's go back to this save because it also keeps track of your movements there, and that's nice. So go back to that state where we had only gone left once, and these are the stars that remain. So right away, if we go left again, we can see all 4 of these are going to be destroyed because they're all going to run into this wall. These 2 will be destroyed because they'll run into that wall, and these 2 should be fine. So we'll go left. All of the ones that were here were gone. These 2 are now left of a wall, so they couldn't have made it. We can just click on those to get rid of them and save it again. Okay, and then now there's only 2 left. So we'll just be careful. If you were to go up, it would both be destroyed. So we won't do that. That'll give us a strike. Going left will only destroy that one. Going down will only destroy this one. And going right will destroy neither of them. So I'll just pick one, left or down. Let's say down. And we know that this one, and then so the technique is the same. Click all the ones that are now immediately on the wrong side of a wall. So if you went down, click all the stars that are immediately below any wall. So that's only this one. Now we're left with one. So that's what we tell the diffuser. This is how you reduce the stars down to one. So we'll click the center of the module, and we'll do left, left, down, like it says here. Left down to 8, left down to 2. That's the 2 that were up here, and down. And so now we have a star in this coordinate. Now the module won't tell you where it is because you should have been keeping track of that, but it will tell you the goal position. In this case, it's Bravo 1. And now all you do is move the stars. There's only one left, but it still operates the same way as it did before. All the stars move at once. So to get to Bravo 1, we just go up and right, and there we go. So we'll add those moves onto the module here, up and right, and then when we click the center again, it will input all of those moves at once, and you no longer have any control once you click it again. It will carry out all the moves that you told it to move. And if you end up with 1 star in Bravo 1, you win. So get rid of all those, down to 2, down to 1, and it moves over into Bravo 1, and we're done. Solve module. Okay, let's do another one with a... so yeah, once you click the screen, you know, like, you can still click these buttons, but they don't do anything. It's now out of your hands. The stars will move the way that you told them to move, and if you did your navigation right, you win. Okay, let's talk about colors now. So there's color mixing involved in this module. If the maze has red in it, that means you're going to horizontally flip the maze. If it has green in it, vertically flip. So let me show you. Let's go back to here. Yeah, so actually let me just get rid of the stars and we'll just show you. So this is pretend this was the maze, and it's a green maze, and we know red maze, let's say red maze. We know red maze is horizontal flip, and we'll just set it to red, and the interactive will do it for you. So you notice that was a horizontal flip, right? Okay. If there's green in the color of the maze, that's a vertical flip. So there you go, vertical flip. And if there's a blue component to the color, that means swap the rows and columns, or for example, a diagonal flip across this like backslash shape. So the columns become the rows and the rows become the columns. So it's basically a diagonal flip. So if you'll watch, say this cell will become this cell. When we go to blue, you see that's here now. It used to be up here. The whole thing got flipped this way diagonally. Yeah, so that cell gets flipped back and forth between here. Yeah, so that's how that works. And then for anything that's a mixture of red, green, and blue, just apply the transformations in the order red, green, blue, if you were doing this on paper and not just having the interactive do it for you. So for example, yellow would be apply the red transformation and then the green transformation. So first do a horizontal flip, and then do a vertical flip. And it turns out when you do both of those at the same time, you end up with 180-degree rotation. And so you can see that that's actually what happens when you go to yellow, just 180-degree rotation. It's the same thing as if you do vertical flip first and then horizontal flip. Okay, so that's how it works. Let's do one that only has one transformation, so this green one here. Go ahead and reset everything, go back to read mode, and we will enter in the maze. Okay, did I get all the walls? Yep, looks like it. So We communicate where the walls are to your expert, and then the expert just does all the rest of the work, except for that one interactive bit where the diffuser has to tell you where the goal is. So we will change this to green. And so now this is the real maze. It's actually in this orientation, not the one shown on the module. We'll go ahead and save it there. And then we'll try to figure out how to get down to 1 star. So I don't know, let's go left. Let's see, there's a lot of horizontal walls, so let's go either up or down because that'll eliminate a lot right away. We kind of go into solve mode, and then we go up. So now we click all the stars that are immediately above any wall. So that's this one, that one, that one, that one. So, and if you doubt yourself, just go ahead and go up and down, and you can see these are the only ones that would have survived. You can see they're all moving freely. They wouldn't have run into anything. So yeah, it's just as simple as finding the ones that are immediately to the one side of the walls in the direction that you clicked. So, and now we'll try to reduce these even further. If we go left, it gets rid of all 3 of these, and that one, and that one. So if we go left, those 3 are destroyed, and any one that's now on the left side of a wall, like immediately on the left side. So that's this one and that one. Okay, we're down to 2. And now we need to reduce to 1, so let's just say we go up or down. This one will survive either up or down, and that one won't. So let's say we go down. And then we click that one because it's immediately below a wall. So we'll tell the diffuser, go ahead and click the module, and then do up, left, down. So up reduces it down to 7. Actually, we can confirm this here, look. So the first move up would reduce it down to 7. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. The second move was a left. Unfortunately, I didn't save it there, so we'll just do it again. Left, and then we click the ones that are immediately to the left. We'll save it there. That reduces it down to 2. And then down. Reduces it down to 1. So we'll expect the 16 stars over here to go 16, 7, because this is 7, that's 2, and that's 1. So we'll go, we did up already, left, that's 2, and down is 1. And now we've successfully reduced it to 1, so it gives us the answer, or the goal, and the goal is Charlie 2. So we'll move this star over to Charlie 2. So that would be up, up, right, right. Okay, and then we just enter the rest of those moves into the module. Up, up, right, right. And then we click the center and off it goes. Stars are reduced to 7, and then 2, and then 1, and then the star moves over into the correct place. Okay. Solve module. So we'll do one more that has 2 colors in it. Let's do cyan. Let's go ahead and reset everything here, and we'll enter in this cyan maze. Whoops. Back to read mode. That, and that. Get everybody? Yeah, cool. So it's a cyan, and turns out the cyan transformation is equivalent to rotating clockwise. If you don't believe me, go ahead and try it for yourself. Take a piece of paper, do a vertical flip, and then do a diagonal flip with the rows becoming columns and columns becoming rows, and you'll see it's exactly equivalent to doing this rotation 90 degrees clockwise. Anyway, let's go ahead and solve it now. So let's see, there's a lot of horizontal lines, so let's do a down. Let's go to solve mode and do a down. And we know all the ones that are now below a wall would have been destroyed. So that's all of those guys. We'll save it. We're now down to, what, 7? Yep. And if we go right, we're going to lose quite a few of them. So all the ones that are immediately to the right of a wall, so that's only this one. We'll save it there. The reason we save it often is so that you can go back and undo your mistakes. If you said, oh, I didn't really want to do that, well, we can go back one step and choose to go up instead. But no, I liked this move. So right now we see if we go up, they all get destroyed because they all have walls above them. If we go down, this one will survive and these two will be destroyed. So let's go ahead and do that. Down, that one gets destroyed, and we're left with that one. Okay, so now we're down to 1, and that's what we're going to tell our expert how to do it. So they'll click this, and we will see that it will go from 16 to 7 to 3 to 1. So we'll go down 7, right 3, down 1. And our goal is Bravo 3. Oh, it's an easy one. We just go up. So we'll add one more up, and we'll submit. That's it. So, pretty cool module, pretty cool music. Decent interactive, I think. But yeah, that is Wander. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy this module.